the recommendation of the Council and the participation in this recommendation by the Commission didn't came from Mars. It came through your efforts. And this shows you how important are these organizations, many NGO organizations, for really making progress in the European Union on subjects like this subject on rare diseases.
This is quite a special day, as you said, today. Not only because it's Rare Disease Day, but it's really some kind of celebration. This morning we had a great event at the Commission, hosted by Commissioner Vassiliou, for the launch of this book. It was really a very nice present that the Commission made us by calling it the Rare Disease Day book launch. We didn't know it, we discovered it. We were trying to promote the book for sure, but we didn't know it would be a launch of the book like that. So that was really great. And for very kind words and very supportive words of the Commissioner Vassiliou this morning, as well as of the Czech Republic EU presidency representatives, who said that they will do everything they can in order to adopt the Council recommendation by June. So yes, we are at a crucial moment for us. There is a lot of hope, a lot of work also, but a lot of hope. And it is a unique opportunity if we take a jump 5 years from now to dream about a situation when member states will have national strategies articulated around the 5 key chapters of research, codification, classification, identification of rare diseases, centers of expertise, mutualization of expertise in key areas, and empowerment of patient groups. Last of all, I'll have 4 personal wishes from the Council recommendation, Professor Trakatellis, is that a few years from now, I would like to see centers of expertise and European reference network all over Europe for rare diseases. We have that in the Council recommendation. Now we need to make it happen, really. I'd like also to see some common expertise between member states in 3 key areas. One is to have European protocols on diagnosis and care for some rare diseases. That goes together with the European Reference Network. We need to use the best knowledge. What is doable in one city to take care of a child with a rare disease is doable in another one. It's not an issue of money. That's not true. It's an issue of sharing the knowledge and having a common base to do that, a common reference. The second one is to have European guidelines on population screening and diagnostic tests. There is so many wrong political decisions of doing screening or diagnostic tests, which is a waste of money, when at the same time we're lacking money to access the innovative drugs. And that's a big mistake. So we need to have common expertise on that. And the third element is the European common assessment of the clinical added value of orphan drugs. It's a mistake to continue to work in each member state like that, or only to share information and expertise. Nonsense. We need to work together for common reports in order to then appraise the decision at the national level. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for your support, Professor Trakatellis.
Because finally, if there is a domain in the field of public health in which the European added value exists and could be not contested by nobody, is the area of rare diseases. There is no any other area in which you can create a so enormous added value with the cooperation between the different stakeholders in the area of rare diseases. Reduced number of patients, reduced capacities in the member states in terms of medical knowledge or other resources. We need to share these resources, and that has been the intention of the European Commission promoting these initiatives. It's only in 2007 when the health strategy, which is the document that oriented the action of the European Commission for the next period, 2008-2013, the document called the health strategy recognizes explicitly for the first time in a document of the European Commission that rare diseases is one of the priorities for the public health policy in Europe in the coming years. As a consequence, it was easiest probably at this moment to obtain a large consensus in the Commission and with the Member States to launch two major initiatives. One, the Commission communication for a European action in the field of rare diseases. The Commission communication pretends to say what the Commission will do, and after, the Council recommendation for a European action in the field of rare diseases, pretending to say what the Member States should do. That's the complementarity between both. And another thing that it has been announced by Commissioner Vassiliou this morning is that for really giving to all this necessity of actions continuity in the discussion, what we have decided is to create the European Union Advisory Committee on Rare Diseases. That will be a large structure composed by around 56 members, representing the member states, the patients' organizations, the pharmaceutical industry, the projects financed by the health program, the projects financed by the FP6 and 7 programs, and other bodies. The area of rare diseases, I think we can say very proudly that in the 3 last years has really now an enormous development in the European institutions. That's important.
Now let me say a few things about this recommendation. Because with the recommendation, basically, you can engage the national governments and the member states in a non-obligatory way as it was in the early diagnosis of cancer, which we have also a recommendation. So therefore, it is a necessity for the European Union, and you can see that all they need some kind of budgetary measures. So the implementation to me is the most important part of the recommendation, because the recommendation really doesn't say anything right now. So it is the implementation. And this is the reason why I put that as an amendment. To my opinion, and from what I heard from my committee, to the opinion of my committee, all these are necessary, and maybe other, in addition, in order to make this recommendation on rare diseases an effective one. Pressure is very important, and pressure can be exerted by organizations, by deputies, politicians, by the press, by the media, and this is very important. So with all this, as I said, and if we really persist, we are going to get finally an important recommendation for the rare diseases. For me, it was also an addition to the fight we do against cancer, because as you know, we started this fight with a declaration I deposited in 2007, and things they happen very quickly. We have the resolution of the Environment Committee, we have the resolution of the Parliament, we have the Slovenian presidency, we have the decision of the Council, accepting almost everything which was said in this declaration. And in 2 years, we have progressed in the fight against cancer. Now we add one more piece, very important, because in the rare diseases, there are some rare cancers, which also we should take care, since we want to make a concerted, integrated global action in European Union against cancer. So I wish you the best. I hope you enjoy your meal, and I'm looking forward for a really very good question and answer session. Thank you.